Welcome, everyone. Very happy you're all here. It's very nice to see a full hall for this 3MT regional competition. So I'm Josephine Nalbantoglou. I'm the Dean of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies at McGill University. And I'm really honored to be chairing this, to be hosting. This is the first time that McGill is hosting the Eastern Regional 3-Minute Thesis Competition. It's always a highlight of our spring to have our own 3MT, and we just had it about a month ago, so it's really wonderful to have it again a month later. And I'm very excited to hear all the speakers from all over Eastern Canada. I'd like to welcome them. I know how much work went into preparing for this, so we're all excited to hear you. I also hope that you enjoy your time in Montreal and that you've also had time to talk to each other and to network. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that McGill University is located on land which has long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst Indigenous peoples, including the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe nations. McGill honors, recognizes, and respects these nations as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet today. So I'd like a few notes for the audience. You can read them here. The first one is turn off your cell phones, please. We don't really want any distraction for our presenters because everything is really honed beautifully, and we don't want their attention taken away from that. You can take photos, that's allowed, but no flash, no sound. And we also have a People's Choice Award today. So you should all have a ballot on hand for this. And you will also have a chance to submit these at the end of the judges' deliberation. And for all of you who are watching us on live stream, we will be providing you with a link to vote online at the end of the presentation. So I think most of you are aware, 3MT is really a very popular competition. It helps everyone, not just the participants, but also the ones who train them and the ones who watch the presentation, hone their communication skills. And this has been developed at the University of Queensland in Australia in 2008, and now it's an international competition. It's really held all over the world. In Canada, the English competition is sponsored by the Canadian Association of Graduate Studies, CAGS. So today's presenters were all selected at their host universities, and they're representing their host universities for the privilege, really, to advance to the CAGS finals, which will be held later on. So in the competition, the graduate students have 3 minutes to present a compelling oral presentation of their thesis and significance to a non-specialist audience. You might all be specialists in your own fields, but you're not going to be a specialist in each field. So the participants know that they have to communicate the big ideas and their vision and their passion to all of you. So, and it's a single slide, so that is really the challenge of it, is to be able to project everything that they want to say in that one slide. So we have all our presenters, Peter Rosowski from INRS, Olivier Gazille from Polytechnique Montréal, Ogboko Kalu from University of New Brunswick, Laura Hall from Dalhousie, Milan Valier from Concordia, Georgia Darmonkov from Memorial University of Newfoundland, Matthew Dunlop from University of Prince Edward Island, Molly LeBlanc from St. Mary's University, Jean Lagacé from Université de Montréal, Jay Olson from McGill University, and Mohamed Suleiman from École de Technologie Supérieure. So welcome all, and we're really looking forward to hearing you. I'd like to also present our judges. They have a really onerous job of deciding who is going to stand out. And our judges are Lynn Slawaska. If you could just get up so people could see you. Mr. Christos Siros. And Chantal Srivastava. So I'll just give you a little bit of background on our judges. Lynn Slawaska possesses 25 years experience as an executive leader, manager, mentor, and coach in the areas of customer service, marketing, business consulting, and human resource management. She's a psychology graduate from McGill University and an MBA graduate from Concordia. She also holds the Certified Human Resources Professional designation. She's recognized for her passion for organizational excellence and transformation. In 2014, she was certified as a master practitioner in neurolinguistic programming. And 2016, she obtained the Pro-C Change Management certification. A lifelong learner, Lynn lives in Montreal, and she's currently working as a general manager at Le Belmont. Thank you for participating. Mr. Christos Syros is a graduate of McGill. He's a former politician and cabinet minister in the Quebec government from 1981 to 2004. In 2004, he was appointed as the Quebec government's envoy to Belgium, and he was a key architect of the Canada-European Union Free Trade Agreement. From 2014 to 2017, he served as the Quebec envoy to London in the UK. He currently works as the director of the UK-Canada Foundation. This creates academic and non-academic partnerships in both countries. Thank you again for coming. And Chantal Srivastava comes from Radio-Canada. After graduating from Laval University's Public Communications program, she was approached by Radio-Canada in Quebec City, where she was responsible for the press review and public affairs. She has worked on VST Bonjour, Tournée d'Amérique, Les Actualités, Samedi, et rien d'autre. In June 1997, Chantal Srivastava won the Grand Prix of Radio Journalism of the Community of French Language Public Radio, CRFLP, for Kigali, Après l'horreur, la vie. It's a powerful report on the role of women in the reconstruction of Rwanda after genocide. So thank you all for coming and for participating in this, and I hope you find it as fascinating as we always do. So we have prizes. There's a first prize, and the winner goes to the CAGS final, as I said, but there's also a monetary amount attached to it, so it's $1,000. Second prize is $500. Third prize is $250, and it's the same prize for the People's Award. So all of you will have a chance to vote for your favorite presenter, as well as with the People's Choice Award. So the judging criteria, it's based on communication. So clear communication methods, so it's a comprehensive and understandable summary of the thesis, and the ability of the presenters to engage the audience and really teach them about their subject matter. That's what's important. After the last presenter, when the judges leave the room to deliberate, we will have a short question and answer period. So we will not be interrupting in between the presenters, but we'll only have one question period at the very end. So to the audience, you may also want to keep these judging criteria in mind. How they communicate, how well you understand what they say, and how they really transmit the impact of their work and how they engage the audience. So those are really all the important topics you should keep in mind.